from GEARO, Justine Barone.
Justine Barone, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of GEARO. Meet Holly and Caroline. They are best friends, and they travel everywhere together. In fact, this weekend, they're going to Denver. And like typical Holly and Caroline, they have not booked any of their travel activities. They just decided they want to go mountain biking in Denver. So what do? They type into Google mountain bike rental in Denver, and this is what they see. It is literally insane to think that Holly and Caroline have to call every single one of these shops and ask for pricing, availability, and product details in order to feel confident with their buying decisions. And this is just Denver. It's not even the entire state of Colorado. You can only imagine how frustrated they would be. I know. I experienced this challenge when I tried to rent a paddleboard, and I was so frustrated I didn't even end up going paddleboarding. Now meet Joe. Joe's a local bike shop owner here in Denver, and coincidentally, Joe has bikes available for rent this weekend. Unfortunately, Joe is struggling to connect with millennials like Caroline and Holly, and if he doesn't rent his bikes out this weekend, he loses hundreds of dollars. Not to mention, his operations for his rentals are completely manual, and he does everything on pen and paper. Now imagine a world where Caroline and Holly can go online and book their gear within seconds. Imagine within that same world, Joe receives an email and is able to prepare her rentals before they even hit the store, bringing his customer service to a whole new level. That is what we are all about here at GEARO. We are an outdoor gear rental marketplace and booking platform. On the retailer side, we are streamlining all of the retailers into one platform and increasing their revenue by increasing foot traffic to their shops. We are also streamlining their operations by giving them the tools they need to manage their businesses. And on the consumer side, we're offering a consolidated view of all retailers. And that makes Holly and Caroline very happy because they can spend more time on the trails and less time behind a computer screen. This is the marketplace. We've got sophisticated filtration systems where you can filter by location, products, and dates. And this is a product screen. You can plug in the dates, the times, and book automatically within seconds. And this is actually not GEARO. This is one of our retailers' websites. As you can see, they've embedded a line of our code to show all of their products on their website with automated booking capabilities. And this is the booking platform. This lets our retailers take their operations to a whole new level with inventory management, customer management, and intuitive reports so they can make better forecasting decisions in the future. We relaunched a year ago and ran beta testing for 6 months. Since then, we've gained over 70 retailers to the marketplace and booking platform. We've had over 1,000 transactions run through the platform, and we have over 25,000 Instagram followers. And while we do have competition, no one is exactly like GEARO. We are the only booking platform and marketplace specifically created for outdoor gear rentals. There are booking platforms that were created for other industries. There are also booking platforms that were created for the outdoor industry and segments within the industry, like skis, but they were not also created for bikes. So retailers that have both have to either use 2 systems or have to use pen and paper or Excel. And as far as the retailers go that have rentals and are obviously our competition as well, we plan to make them partners in the future and hope that all of them will be using GEARO. This is an example of one of our top competitors. As you can see, their booking platform's completely outdated, and this gives me a headache to look at. The rental market is hot. In the last year, it increased 25%, and over the next 5 years, it's going to more than double. Not to mention, the retail sales is valued at $140 billion, and we have plans to integrate rent-to-buy programs to increase our retailer foot traffic and revenue even more. Our business model is simple. We take a fee on every transaction that is generated through the marketplace, and that fee varies depending on how the retailer is leveraging GEARO. Our team is awesome. We all share a passion for the outdoors. We also are incredibly intelligent, and we all want to revolutionize the outdoor industry. So if you would like to join us, please find me afterwards. We're always looking for more resources, mentors, and we may be opening an investment round in the near future. Thank you.
Thanks, Justine. So, time for the grilling. How do you feel? Are you ready?
Nervous.
Nervous? Don't be nervous. There's no one up here that can harm you. So I would like to start with one thing. I mean, I love the fact that this is retailer, it's renter, rentee, and then this seems like the differentiation between you and everyone else is this marketplace piece that others aren't able to do. So kudos on finding that as making that your piece. How about talk about a little bit about customer acquisition cost?
Yes, so our customer acquisition costs are $350 per retailer, and our lifetime value is $15,000. That's based off of a 15-year span.
Cool. Seems pretty reasonable to me.
Yes.
That's good. All right, what do we got, panel? Who would like to grill first?
I'll go first. First of all, great job. My world in my own career is around marketplace, so super interesting concept to me, and definitely the rental market is, you know, a great one for the outdoor industry that a lot of brick and mortars are struggling to, you know, keep up with foot traffic, and this is a great way to get people indoors. I think one thing about marketplaces in particular is reviews, which kind of ties into loyalty and getting people to want to come back, and building off of that, getting more consumers and retailers in that way. Can you talk a little bit more about your consumer loyalty on both sides of the retailer and the consumer?
Yes, absolutely. We do have the capability to review all products, and the goal is actually to be able to incorporate this rent program for brands. So all of these retailers will join GEARO, and then brands can also join GEARO as a upper level tier. And the brands can put on their websites Demo Now or Rent Now, and basically connect consumers to retailers, and then the consumers can rate the gear that they've rented or share it or book it automatically. Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice job, Justine.
Thanks.
Great idea. This is really fun. You mentioned that you have 70 retailers committed, and estimates put the specialty outdoor retail space at about 2,000 doors across the country. I'm curious if there's a data point, a data set, or a database that you wish you had access to as you try to scale up from those 70 shops to across the country.
Can I ask for a question here? Are you trying to sell your own services on stage here?
No, not at all.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
It's a data nerd question about data, so.
Yes.
Even just a data point, Justine, just something that you wish you knew that you could approach from a numbers standpoint.
I get questions all the time on what percentage of the industry is bikes, snowboards, skis, and I haven't been able to come across that statistic, so that would be very helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you've said in some of our offline conversations about, you know, your original pain point with this was a stand-up paddleboard and not even being able to rent something the first day, and kind of gave up on it, and that it turned into that. The pain point for me is watching one of your first slides is seeing all those phone numbers on screen and being like, you have to call all of those? Like, yes, archaic, okay? And so I thought that that was really interesting, and you recognized, I think, early on that the stand-up paddleboard was maybe not the lowest hanging fruit as far as the largest opportunity for the rental market. So some understanding there of where to go first. All right, Nathan, what do you got? And if you don't have a song, you have to sing us a poem about outdoor recreation.
That's a different show, Tony.
Tony.
So nice job.
Thank you.
I'm curious. I've a couple questions, so maybe 3 parts.
Okay.
First part would be, what's the largest size reservation that you've managed through GEARO? in terms of group size?
Probably $800. It was a high-end bike order, actually.
So a
not
handful of
ski.
individuals, we're not talking 20, 25 group size reservations.
No. I think there might have been 2 people.
Can you talk a little bit about how you envision this program being useful for youth engagement programs, college outdoors programs, something that's scalable for larger groups?
You know, I am so glad you asked that question because it's something I don't touch on enough. We are actually working with many nonprofits throughout Colorado, and we're basically working with our retailers who will have the option to opt in to discounted programs with them, and then they can essentially send all their members to these local shops and say, hey, you get a discount here. So it really helps the community from a local buying perspective, but it also helps the nonprofits and the kids and the colleges. So yeah,
Great.
it's exciting.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anybody else got something that you need to know? That's how good your presentation was.
Great.
And he came up with those really quick, and he was like, a poem, oh God. Please, not a poem today. Put your hands together, please, one more time for Justine. Thank you so much.